Hey guys, it's Cameron back with the haul video. This is the video game haul I wanted to show you guys. I'm super proud of this haul. Got everything on Facebook. Actually saw a post on Facebook Marketplace with a box of DVDs and PlayStation cases. On the top was one particular game called The Legend of Dragoon for PlayStation 1, and the rest were all DVDs, and it appeared to be PC games. Messaged the guy. He told me he didn't know what he really had, but he wanted 100 for everything, and he told me I could come by and take a look. Now normally you only see one. The game that I saw was only worth about 20 bucks, but I knew it was a RPG game and potentially there could be more games in there. He said there were some Final Fantasy, he thought, which can do pretty well. So I said, hey, I'll meet you. Kind of took a shot at it. Drove a little ways to get to him, probably 15 minutes off my normal route, but got there and it sure paid off. Ended up taking everything for 100. It included about 15 computer games that I not real too much value in those. Maybe a couple will go for 10 or 15, but most will end up being probably just sold in a lot or just donated. And there were about 30 DVDs. There was a Walking Dead Season 1, which sells for about 10. It's Blu-ray, it's sealed. And there were a couple other ones, but nothing really good DVD-wise. But the games that I have here are kind of the best of the bunch. I want to show you guys, if you are a PlayStation or video game buyers, you'll recognize some of these. If you're not, be on the lookout for these titles because they usually do pretty well. So we'll start off with some of the stuff that's not as good, but I'll still do okay on. I've already listed all this. So far I've had one sale. I'll show which game that was. Starting off, a bunch of Metal Gear stuff. Not the greatest game. This is for the PlayStation 1. Metal Gear Solid for the PS2. Another one for PS2. And then this is like a little DVD type thing. Those ones weren't really that great. I think I put them in a lot for 40 bucks. Probably get like 25 or 30. So nothing to write home about. A couple of other not ones that aren't that great. Guilty Gear. These are what they look like. Hopefully you guys can take a look there. Not too great either. Probably get 20 for the pair. Maybe 15. Two games that you do see. They sell pretty well in lots. They're 1 and 2 in the series. They used to do a lot better, but now they're probably about 20 to 25. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Hopefully you guys can see those. These ones, I think I'll probably get 25 for this pair, so not too bad. PlayStation 2, Kingdom Hearts. So those do okay. Another game that always sells well for me, it's usually 15 to 20 bucks. Shadow of the Colossus. This is the greatest hits version, so not as great as having a black label, but still should do okay, 15 or 20 there. These two look like they'd be awesome, the Summoner and Disgaea. There are some of this Disgaea, the one right here. I'll put the Summoner one down. There are some copies of this game, depending on which one you have, that do well. This one is more like a $10 game. This one's like a $5 game, so kind of worthless. But now we'll get into some of the pretty cool stuff here. Probably just a couple more. These are games to look out for. They're called the King of Fighters. It's a series throughout the PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Some different ones here. These ones can be hit and miss, but I'll probably get about 40 bucks for the lot. Again, it's called the King of Fighters. But some of the really good stuff on the PlayStation 1 I want to show you. Here is a really, really good one. It's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It is a greatest hits with the green label here. That's for PlayStation 1. It's complete. And the disc is in great shape, so it's super awesome. This one, probably 40 to 55 bucks just for this one game. Remember, I only paid 100 for everything, so that's pretty awesome. Another game here that does okay. PS2. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Mana Chemia Alchemist of Alrevis. It's a PlayStation 2 game. You can't really read it unless it's sideways. This one also was complete. Everything there. This one should still get me probably 20 bucks, which is not bad for a PlayStation 2 game. This is a really great game, but it's missing one disc. It's Xenogears. You also have a crack to the label here, or the front of the case. But Xenogears, it is missing a disc in here, but this game, if it's complete and the case is not jacked up like this, we're probably talking 50 bucks. I think I'll still probably get 30 for it like it is. So remember the name Xenogears. This is a really good PlayStation 1 game. If you see any game with Xeno, and I have some other ones coming up for the PlayStation 2, this is just a good series to look out for. So Another game that can do pretty well, not on every system, is Resident Evil. This is Resident Evil 2, Black Label. Number 3 I think does a little bit better, but this one I should still probably get 20 bucks for, so not bad there. This game already sold. Parasite Eve. Sold it for 20 bucks. It's the greatest hits version. Used to go for about 30, but it's come down a little bit in price. But still, my first sale out of the bunch, 20 bucks. Hope you guys can able to see these. I hope so. So this is kind of the games you want to look for. If you look at some of the cases you've seen, this is like an RPG, anime, horror. Those kind of ones are the ones that do the best. So fantasy stuff, horror games, RPGs, usually on the PlayStation, those ones are the ones that do better, especially PlayStation 1. PS2 can be a little more hit or miss. Chrono Cross, another good game. You can kind of tell it's like an RPG looking anime type one. This one is complete, probably get 20 or 25 for that. Two games that do pretty well. Gundam Battle Assault. These are like Gundam Warriors. You may have heard of them before. This is both the first and the second one. These ones I think I've got them listed for 40 or 45 for the pair, so not too bad. This is the game that I saw from the top, Legend of Dragoon. Not the greatest game. It's 20 bucks. Looks like it'd be worth 50 just by the look of it. It's super cool RPG, but it's missing a disc. It's only 20 or 25 tops if you have everything. Missing one disc, I'll probably only get 17. Another really good game here, probably $30, $40 game, Star Ocean for the PS1. Black Label. This one is super good. It's complete. It's a 2 cases in one kind of there. This game's probably 30 to 40 bucks, and everything's perfect in it. So remember the name Star Ocean. You wouldn't really be able to tell by the front, kind of looking for the RPG style, but this is one to keep an eye out for. We'll jump into 2 PS2 games again. These are the horror type games that sell. Silent Hill, right here, 2 and 3. Hopefully you guys can see those. These are horror games. I think I'll probably get 40 to 50 bucks for the pair. Horror games do really well. These are one of the series to look out for, Silent Hill. They were both, they weren't complete. Silent Hill 2 is complete. And number 3 is actually missing. I think it's got like a CD in there or something, a soundtrack. But even without that, the games themselves and the manual should get me 40 to 50. So that's awesome. Hopefully everything's working with the new video, guys. I know I'm trying to look at the camera to make sure it looks right, but sometimes I don't, so bear with me. The next thing here, probably the best PS2 stuff in the lot, and we're getting towards the end. I did have some PS3 games as well, not worth a whole lot, but they are a part of the... I didn't want to show them, but I'll still probably make about 20, 30 bucks off those. So as you can see, after you add all this up, I think I'm over $600 when I add it all together, what I should do for a $100 purchase, and that doesn't include the DVDs. But awesome PS2 games here. Xenosaga. This is number 2. We're not doing them in order, but there's number 2. Here's number 1. And the best one, number 3. Number 1 and 2 I think go for 10, 15, maybe 20 each. At best, this is the best one. I think this one goes for 50 or 60 by itself. I'm trying to get probably 80 to 100 for the pair. The discs are in good shape. A couple of the manuals are kind of jacked up and bent a little bit, but these are games to look out for. Xenosaga, this is episode 3. If you can get even 1 and 2, you can make a little bit. 1 worth less than 2, but 3 is the moneymaker. So hopefully we'll pull 70 to 100 off all those. And then my favorite part, if you know anything about RPGs, PlayStation 1, one of the best games, at least for me, are these games right here. Let me pull them up so we can start with the one most people probably know, Final Fantasy. In this lot, there ended up being 7 different Final Fantasy games. Only one of them was missing 1 disc, but this one was complete. This is Final Fantasy VII, I believe. It is the greatest hits version, but it's complete. Here is Final Fantasy IX, also complete, Black Label. Final Fantasy VIII, Black Label, complete. This is the Final Fantasy Chronicles. It actually puts 2 games, Chrono Trigger, which is a Super Nintendo game, and another Final Fantasy game in here. This one is complete as well. Final Fantasy Origins puts Final Fantasy 1 and 2 back on the PlayStation. This is just a single disc. That one's complete. Final Fantasy Tactics, which is a game in and of itself. And then lastly, Final Fantasy Anthology. This one is missing one of the 2 discs. This was the only one of the Final Fantasies that was missing. But these games right here, that lot is probably anywhere from $150 to $200 for the whole set. And that's putting them all together in one big bunch. If you probably parted out, could do a little bit better than that. I will try to sell them at first as one big lot, hopefully to a collector, just to move them quicker. If they don't sell within 30 days at a pretty good price, I'll probably split them out and sell them individually. Aside from that, that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. New setup, I know, so hopefully it's not too bad. And I know my eyes need to focus more on the camera, so bear with me if I'm looking off to the side. But these are some games on the PlayStation 2 to look out for. Honestly, it's, in my opinion, a really good haul for video games. You don't find this kind of stuff in one purchase. You may find a game or 2 here and there, or you might find a guy who had 4 or 5 different good games at a sale. It never seems to find this much because a collector had to have all this. The weird thing was, when I asked the guy about all the games, that he didn't know what he had, so I was kind of surprised. If he has the Legend of Dragoon, that game on the top, I'm like, how do you not know what's in there? I thought maybe it was a storage unit buyer, which got me kind of excited because he didn't know what's in there. The whole story worked out. I got there. The guy was there. He told me he was selling these. They were his wife's ex-boyfriends. So she actually came out later and said, yeah, her boyfriend was into anime and RPGs and stuff. This was all his stuff. It sounded like he may have passed away. I can't be positive. I didn't really push on it too much, but he wasn't around, and she definitely had no guilt in selling them, so maybe it was just a poor ending relationship. But I wasn't complaining. Paid $100 for all of it. They had no idea what they had, and obviously the person who collected it took pretty good care. He was missing a couple of discs, which could have just been how he acquired it. But finding all that out, I was not so surprised to see that one person had a masses and it was a collection. And he had a lot of good stuff. So hopefully we'll make, after everything, $300 in profit if we get really lucky. If not, maybe $250, $200, which is still pretty good for a $100 investment. Plus a lot of time playing around with some old games. So please like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I have another haul I'll probably do this weekend. I got some stuff while on vacation the past 7 or 8 days. Not a whole lot, but some stuff that we should do well on. Might wait until I get back, though, from garage selling on Saturday to add whatever I find there in the thrift store this week to that haul. But again, hope you guys enjoy. If you have anything cool you found or you have any cool video game hauls, definitely send me a picture. Let me know. If you're making videos, let me know as well so I can definitely subscribe. Love to watch videos and learn. I know I am not an expert at this. I'm doing this part-time, but I love people who are either better than me, or even if you're new and you found something cool, you want to show your videos, let me know because I love watching and learning. That's how we all help each other. All right, guys, take care.